Hi, I'm Helen with Floating Yoga School, here with my friend Janie, and we are up with the sunrise. It's a little bit chilly here on Maui. You can see Moakini Crater and Kaulave behind us. So we've got a beautiful view to flow and be. And we're gonna do a little winter warming flow to build some heat in our bodies, get moving, and get ready for our days. We'll start standing. So you can find your way to the top of your space. Feet can be together or hip distance, whatever feels best. And just take a moment to really arrive. Maybe your eyes are closed or soft. Tune in to the sound and feeling of your breath. And take a few shrugs of your shoulders up, back, and down. With your eyes still closed or soft, begin to take some little walks backwards on your mat. Just noticing how it feels to step, to ground, to connect, and then back to the top of your space. And of course, open your eyes if you need. It's crazy how much of a balance challenge this is for me already. We'll do that one more time, backward and forward. When you get back to the top of your space, you can blink your eyes open or feel free to keep them soft. Inhale, reach your arms to the sky, lengthen through the sides of your body. Exhale, forward fold. Feel free to hinge from your hips, bend your knees, relax your head and neck. Lift halfway, breathe in, long spine, lengthen. Exhale, just fold, relax your head and your neck. Come back to standing arm sweep high, full breath in. Exhale, palms together in front of your heart. We'll take a full sun salute A. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, dive it forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, high plank up or push up. Hold there for a moment. Feel free to drop your knees if you like. Take a breath in, shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga, maybe halfway or all the way to your belly, you decide. Up dog or cobra, big breath in to a downward facing dog as you breathe out. And you can take a few breaths here. Feel free to move around through your feet. Notice how your body's feeling right in this moment. For us, we're just waking up. Maybe things are a little tight or stiff. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward to your hands. Exhale, step or hop forward, fold, Uttanasana, top of your space. Lift halfway, breathe in, long spine. Fold, breathe out, let it all go. Back to standing arm sweep high, full breath in. Palms together in front of your heart, breathe it out. One more like that. Surya Namaskar A, inhale, reach high. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale into your chaturanga. You can hop, you can step right away. Up dog or cobra, full breath in. To your downward facing dog, exhale it out. And again, a few breaths here to settle, to find movement or stillness. Maybe notice what your body always does, kind of those habits or personal tendencies. And acknowledge whether or not they're useful, if you want to continue or if you want to change them up. Bend your knees, breathe in, look forward. Step or hop to your hands, exhale. Lift halfway, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold, release. Back to standing arms, reach high, full breath in. Palms together in front of your heart, breathe it out. We'll take a variation on sun salute B. Inhale to chair pose, Utkatasana, and hold. So take a moment here to find a little depth in your legs. Turn on the backs of them by pressing into your heels, engaging your glutes, low belly, relax your shoulders. One more breath in. Forward fold, let everything go. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale your way to down dog. You can take that vinyasa, moving through chaturanga, up dog. Really nice, Janie. Slow or fast. Sometimes moving faster is better for building that heat for me. Maybe moving slower gives you that slow, steady engagement. Reach your right leg high, full breath in. Exhale, knee to nose, shift forward, round through your upper back. Inhale, leg high. Exhale, tap your right elbow or shoulder with your knee. Back up, breathe in. Take it across to your left. Inhale, leg high. Exhale, step forward between your hands. Rise to a high crescent lunge and hold. Yeah, make all those little adjustments. Take a moment here to settle. Find some strength and stability, and then a sense of lightness and ease. That balance, stira sukham, effort and ease. One more breath in. Warrior two as you breathe out, open to the side. So we'll keep it pretty simple to start, holding for a few breaths, just finding the shapes and positions, and then we'll come back to this flow and move with our breath. Feel the heat in the stillness. Legs the same. Inhale, reverse warrior, reach it up and back. Stay as you exhale, maybe bend a little deeper into your right knee. One more breath in. And exhale, cartwheel your hands down, make your way back to downward facing dog. You can always take that flow, your chaturanga up dog, skip it like us and just hang out. Deep, steady breaths. Ujjayi, nice and warming breath. In and out through your nose. Second side, left leg high, breathe in. Knee to nose, breathe out. Really shift forward over your wrists. Inhale, leg high. Tap your left elbow or shoulder. Back up, breathe in. Cross it over to your right elbow or shoulder. Inhale, leg lifts. Exhale, step forward between your hands. Rise high, crescent lunge, and a moment to pause. Notice what you notice here physically, mentally, energetically, maybe in the space around you or whatever's happening within. And feel that inner heat, inner fire building. One more breath in. Warrior two, open to the side. Virabhadrasana two. Nice strong warrior stance. Feel your power, own it, and breathe. Keep your legs the same. Reverse warrior, reach up and back. Stay as you exhale, maybe deepen that bend just a bit. Yes, one more breath in. And exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Make your way back to downward facing dog. So again, you decide where you take this. If you want to find a flow, that vinyasa transition. If you want to skip it, truly honoring what your body needs to feel warm in itself today. Bend your knees, breathe in, look forward. Step or hop to your hands, exhale. Halfway lift, lengthen. Fold and release. Inhale to chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, stand tall, hands to your heart. We'll take that one breath to movement. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Your transition to downward facing dog, step, hop, float. Feel free to skip the flows. Next inhale, right leg high, breathe. Knee to nose, exhale it out. Inhale, lift. Tap your right elbow or shoulder. Back up, breathe in. Cross it to your left. Inhale, leg high. Exhale, step forward between your hands. One inhale takes you up high, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two, open to the side. Reverse warrior, breathe in. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down, back to your down dog. Again, whatever transition, I'll probably say that a million more times. Add the chaturanga or skip it. Find your breath. Next inhale, left leg high. Knee to nose, exhale it out. Inhale, lift. Tap your left elbow or shoulder. Back up, breathe in. Cross it to your right. Inhale to lift. And exhale, step forward. High crescent lunge, breathe in. Warrior two, breathe it out. Reverse warrior, inhale. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Your transition to down dog, and a moment there to pause. Maybe 2 or 3 breaths when you arrive. A sort of home base. I don't consider down dog a resting pose. For me, it's more active, but at least it's a chance to come back. Kind of change my focus and awareness. Next, inhale, bend your knees, look to your hands. Step or hop, forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, lengthen. Fold, release. Right back to your chair. One breath in. Hands to heart, stand tall, exhale. Doing good? I got some crazy hair. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, fold it forward. Halfway lift, breathe in. Find your way back to downward facing dog. We're gonna add on just a little bit. Take your time. If we're ever going too fast, you can slow it down. If you ever need a moment to reset or do something else, please do. Reach your right leg to the sky, inhale. Open up your hip, bend your knee. Feel free to find some movement. Roll your ankle, draw some circles, bend and straighten. If you feel like you want to flip for a wild thing and you're ready for that, right foot can fall behind you. Right arm reaches forward, nice Janie. Create that little half back bend shape. Back to your three-legged dog. When you're ready, extend your leg long, breathe in. Knee to nose, breathe it out. Inhale, leg high. Exhale, tap your right elbow or shoulder. Back up, breathe in, yes. I was gonna go there and then I did not. Take your time, exhale, find that fallen triangle. Right knee to left elbow, extend your right foot. Left foot down, left arm up. Yeah, we can always play with arm balances, adding on, taking away, building strength by floating your right foot here. One more breath in. Take it back to your knee to nose as you exhale. Left hand down, round through your spine. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, step forward between your hands. High crescent lunge, breathe in, arms float up. This time exhale, hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Open up through your chest, big breath in. We're gonna exhale, bow just halfway and hold. It's almost like you're taking a humble lunge. Start to really press into your right foot and slowly shift into a bound warrior three. So left foot is gonna float behind you. Lots of heat in my right leg. Breathe into sensation. One more big inhale. Exhale, step it right back, release your grip. Hands high, breathe in. Warrior two, breathe it out, open to the side. Reverse warrior, inhale, reach up and back. Side angle as you exhale, forearm down, left arm high, and then a couple breaths here to play with movement, half bind, full bind. If you feel warm enough for a birds of paradise or a bound half moon, I'm just gonna take a half bind, left hand behind my back. Breathe, breathe, breathe. One more full round of breath. Release your bind if you have it. Inhale, reverse triangle, up and back. Right leg reaches straight. And exhale, curl your hands down. Find your way back to down dog or to a child's pose. Whatever you need to come back to center, reset, and realign. Left leg high as you're ready. Inhale. Open up your hip, bend your knee. Explore your movement, bend, straighten, roll your ankle or that wild thing. Take it back to three-legged dog. Lift your leg, square off your hips. Knee to nose, exhale, shift forward. Inhale, leg high. Exhale, left knee to left elbow or shoulder or that arm balance. Yes, 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 yes. Back to three-legged dog, take your time. Cross it over to your right for your fallen triangle. Extend your left leg, right heel flat, right arm up. Oh, Janie's going for it, yes. Float your foot, find that strength if you want, or stay with me. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Inhale. Exhale, knee to nose, hand down, round through your spine. Leg high as you breathe in. Step forward as you breathe out. High crescent lunge. Exhale, hands behind your back. Try the awkward grip that interlace with the weird thumb. Lift your heart, breathe in. Bow just halfway as you breathe out. Feel the strength, core, legs, lots of glutes for me. I worked those yesterday, so maybe that's why I'm feeling them. And then as you're ready, shift into that bound warrior three. Breathe here. Nice, one more inhale. Exhale, gently step back, release your hands, breathe in, reach high. Warrior two, breathe out to the side. Inhale, reverse warrior, up and back. To your side angle, Parsva Konasana as you exhale, forearm down, right arm high. And your option to play, half bind, full bind, some movement. I'm personally not warm enough for birds of paradise, but maybe you are, or that bound half moon. Let's take one more breath. Inhale, reverse triangle, up and back, left leg straight. And exhale, cartwheel your hands down, make your way back to downward facing dog. Child's pose, balasana, if you like a moment to drop your knees, give your shoulders a break. Notice the feeling and sound of your breath. The texture in the back of your throat. Places you can send air, yeah. And we'll meet in the tabletop, hands and knees. There's no rush to arrive. Let's take a forearm plank. Forearms down, making a number 11, or if you like, hands connect. Walk your feet back. Scoop your low belly under, tailbone under slightly to engage low belly, and really press back through your heels. And then notice what's happening with your shoulders. If they're creeping up to your ears, can you draw them down your back using your lats? You can stay here. You can always drop your knees. Find a Sphinx pose, we'll meet you. Or if you want a little bit more, move through a dolphin to a forearm plank. So you can walk your feet in. I'm gonna play with keeping my feet at the same distance, lowering and lifting hips, and finding that little hinge through the shoulder joint. I don't get as high with my hips as I would if I walked my feet in, but a slightly different way to play. Maybe one more. And Sphinx pose. Knees down, hips down. This hair was a bad choice today. Open up through your chest. If you want a little bit more, you can press through your hands, seal pose, lift your elbows. Nice, and gently lower down. Tabletop, hands and knees. And then some movement here, whatever feels intuitive for me. It's cow and cat. It might be to a child's pose, rounding, arching, yeah, side to side. Get into your back, your shoulders. Keep that heat moving through your body with your breath. So even if we slow things down or aren't necessarily cueing breath to movement, can you stay connected? We'll find downward facing dog when you're ready. And bring your feet a little bit wider than hip distance and maybe a little closer to your hands for a downward facing dog twist. Left hand to your right leg. You can peek up and underneath your right arm. Left hand down, switch. Right hand to your left leg. Wherever it reaches. And even if it doesn't, reaching in that direction. And then release. We're going to meet a Malasana squat. If you want to play with some handstand hops to get there, I'm going to think about a squat in the air, hips over shoulders. So I'm thinking less about my legs, more about my bum. Bend my knees, look forward, and then think about hips high. Yeah, sometimes it helps taking up some space with your legs. Nice. Strong core. Try to get shoulders over wrists, hips over shoulders. And then when you've had enough, always awkward first thing in the morning, find that squat Malasana. Hands to your heart, open up through your chest. I'm warm, are you warm? Okay, good. Lengthen through your spine, breathe here. Right arm out in front of your right shin, left arm to the sky, open it up. Look at those pinks. Back to center, hands to your heart, and take it to the other side. Left arm in front of your shin, right arm high. Release it back to center. Lift your heart one more time. Big breath in. And then forward fold ragdoll, hips high, feet wide. You can hold opposite elbows. Relax your head and neck and sway a little side to side. Hands down, heel toe your feet in toward each other. Lift halfway, breathe in. Folds, breathe it out. Rise up, reach up, arms float high. Palms together in front of your heart. Exhale. One-legged Tadasana. Weight in your left foot, so right foot lifts with you. Arms to the sky. And then take it to your warrior three. Send your foot back. Try to bind your hands behind you like we did before. So option to stay in that bound warrior 3. Option to play with bending your knees. See if you can slip your hands over your foot and take almost like a 2-armed dancer's pose. And we haven't done a ton of quad or hip flexor opening, so don't force it. If you have your foot, release your foot out. Keep your bind or hands reaching back. And then we're just gonna play with peeling open to half moon. So a little bit of a balance challenge. Drop your left shoulder, lift your right. Doesn't have to be perfect. Full deep breaths. One more inhale. So good. Warrior 2, exhale, big step back. Inhale, reverse triangle, up and back, left leg straight. Exhale into your triangle, Trikonasana. Feel free to adjust your feet, left hand down, right arm up. Find lots of space. Keep that heat even as we're holding. Can you engage somewhere to create more stability? Can you relax somewhere to create more ease? Next inhale, reverse warrior. Bend your front knee, stretch it up and back. And exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Carry your left leg up and back with you, 3-legged dog. Big breath in. Open up your hip, bend your knee. So option here to explore movement, to release your foot back to down dog, to come back to that wild thing, to play with your hurdler's pose, anything or everything you want to take here. My choice is nothing. And then when you're ready, we'll meet back in down dog. No rush at all. Nice. Let's take a full breath in through your nose. Flutter it out through your lips like a horse. Again, breathe in. And flutter it out. So play with some little hops back toward that handstand or toward the top of your mat. It doesn't have to be high. You can think of little bunny hops. You might choose to have your hands closer to your feet or feet closer to your hands. And I just had a friend who told me that feet further away actually worked better for her. So do what works for you. I'm going to think of belly to thighs. Look in between and slightly in front of my fingers as I inhale. And then exhale again, hips high, tucking into a little ball in the air. Maybe catching some hang time. Yeah, super strong arms, like you're pressing the ground away. Yes. And when you're ready, forward fold, top of your space. Lift halfway, breathe in. Folds, breathe out. Inhale to stand, arms overhead. Exhale, palms together in front of your heart. One more side. One-legged Tadasana, right foot as your base, left foot lifts. Inhale. Find that warrior 3 as you exhale, foot back, chest forward. And again, option to take the bind, hands behind you, maybe awkward thumb. Maybe you bend your back knee, slip your hands over your foot. Feel a little stretch here. Breathe, breathe, breathe. You have your foot, release. Keep your hands or stretch them back and then begin to peel open for that half moon Ardha Chandrasana. Fall out, it's all good. You found the edge, which is beautiful. One more breath in. Warrior 2 as you exhale. Settle in. Inhale, reverse triangle, up and back. Exhale into your triangle, stretch forward, down, and hang out. I have a tendency to always dump into my bottom hand. So for me, I'm working on lifting, not being as low, but having less weight on my hand, creating more strength through my obliques. Inhale to reverse warrior, bend your front knees, stretch up and back. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down, 3-legged dog. Right leg floats back with you. And again, you can choose to move around, to explore something we played with earlier, to simply drop your foot and meet in a down dog or a child's pose. That was good. Yeah, we'll meet in down dog, no rush, you can always catch up. And then we're gonna play with moving from down dog into your dolphin, if you can with both elbows at the same time. So it's a little funky. I like to think of exhaling, lowering my elbows down, and inhaling, pressing to my hands to lift. And if it's helpful, you can do one, and then the other elbow. Yeah. If you're doing alternating, switch, which one goes first? One more. Hold into your dolphin pose. You can walk your feet a little bit closer, find that nice stretch in the back of your legs. Really let your head and neck dangle between your arms. Awesome, and slowly lower your knees down. Take a child's pose, perhaps an embryo variation with your knees together, arms wrapped around your legs, forehead down. A few steady breaths. Downward facing dog, hips to the sky. Reach your right leg high as you breathe in. Draw your shin forward for a pigeon. You can always take a figure 4. Left leg back. Lengthen through your heart. Stay upright or begin to bow forward. If there's a twist that you like or a mermaid variation, of course you can go there. Feel breath move into the places that need space. One more full deep breath. Begin to walk your hands back in, lift your chest. If you want more time, please take it. Weight to your right hand, right hip. Swing your left leg around, set up for a twist. Left knee to the sky. You can always extend your bottom leg straight, especially if you don't feel grounded through your hips. Left hand behind you, right arm hugs or elbow hooks. Find a twist to your left. And then a little counter twist in the opposite direction. Legs can stay the same. Back to center. Place your feet on the ground. So uncross, knees to the sky, hands behind you. I don't think I've ever made you do this before. Let's see what happens. Hands can go a little bit wider than hip distance. We're gonna play with coming into a reverse tabletop and then back down. So I like to inhale, lift. Exhale, either tap your bum, or if you've got long monkey arms, you can round through your spine, see if you can hover your bum between your arms. Yeah, or not. Sometimes that's better with blocks. Probably always better with blocks. One more. Let's see if I got it this morning. Yeah, you can do fists. And then you can float one foot, maybe both. Oh, don't have that core strength. Find your way back to downward facing dog. There used to be a time.
Yes.
Left leg high, full breath in. Maybe not first thing in the morning. Exhale, draw your shin forward, find that pigeon. Create the length and space. Stay or bow or find your variations. And really honor the stillness while keeping a bit of that warmth, especially by using your breath. Steady, strong, full deep breaths. Let's take 2 more rounds, maybe more, maybe less, depending on when your body feels ready to come out. Walk your hands in, lift your chest. Weight to your left hand, left hip, swing your right leg around and set up for your twist. Remember, bottom leg can always be straight. Jeannie's got that. Yeah, right knee up, beautiful. Right hand behind you, left arm hugs or hooks. Twist to your right. And slowly unwind, twist in the opposite direction. Back to center, we'll take a boat pose, Navasana, uncross your legs. Knees to the sky, little lean back to engage your core, hover your feet. You can go arms wide if you want a lot more, arms to the sky, legs straight. Try to lift your heart, relax your shoulders. Find that nice, slow, steady breath. For 3, 2, and 1, you can lower down. We're gonna come onto our bellies. Feel free to lay down and flip around, or I'm gonna come and face you all so you can see. So option to take arms in more of a cactus shape or a T. We're gonna roll onto your left side, right hand by your side. Kickstand your right foot behind you, getting a little bit into the front of your shoulder and chest. I never do this one in the sand because then you get so sticky, but it's nice on the grass. Back through center, take it all the way to the other side. Right arm extends or finds that cactus shape. You can kickstand your left foot. Come onto your right side. And back to center. Like you're going to take a Sphinx pose again, bring your forearms in front of you, elbows below your shoulders. We're going to take kind of the opposite stretch, threading our arms through. I'm going to start right arm to the left. So I lift my left elbow, almost like you're taking eagle arms in front of you. It's a little awkward, boob smusher, kind of between your nipple line and your collarbone, and then you can let your head and neck relax. And we'll each feel this a little differently, so you decide how long you stay. As you feel ready to release, you can simply switch the crossing. And if you'd rather do a thread the needle or something else, please do. I'm going to unthread and swap. Simply flip over onto your back. You can hug your knees to your chest, take a little bit of movement. Notice what else your body's craving, a happy baby, a bridge pose, another twist, or something else entirely. And please take your time and find those movements, that shape. And eventually we'll meet in final rest, Shavasana. But as always, take your time to arrive. Lift your heart, snuggle your shoulders down your back. Allow yourself to feel held, supported. You can stay with an Ujjayi breath if you want to keep that heat going, or you can release your breath, kind of more traditional Shavasana. Just a natural, steady rhythm, not controlled. And if you'd like a little bit more time, please stay. Otherwise, you can invite a little bit of movement back into your body, wiggles, stretches. With eyes closed or soft, turn to one side. If you're starting your day, you might try on your left side to keep your right nostril more open, that sun side, Pingala, Nadi, your sun channel. If you're ending your day, you might roll into your right side, keeping that more calming left side open. And then as you're ready, eyes closed or soft, up to a seat. Palms together in front of your hearts. Give yourself a moment here to thank yourself for moving, breathing, being, taking the time to be present. I thank you as always for sharing your time and practice with me. We'll gently bow our heads together in silence. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you, Janie, for being here. Thank you all for tuning in. Don't be a stranger. Send me your requests, and I hope to practice with you soon.